we don't commit, certainly I don't commit as an individual, you can, obviously we'll speak to my colleagues, to a precise path of interest rates at each decision. So we don't commit to a path, and we don't give guidance on a specific path, except in the most exceptional of circumstances, which are not the circumstances that we're facing today. Certainly were not the circumstances we were facing in November. The convention, as you know, is to use a market curve, what the market curve is at the time, actually specifically in the 15-day average window leading up to the finalization of the forecast. Use that market curve, and that gives you a forecast. And then observers can tell something from that forecast. Does inflation go back to target? Is the economy back in balance? In other words, is there still spare capacity? And the important thing is that in November and in February, inflation was above target. Importantly, the difference between November and February is that the economy was no longer back in balance by year 3, but it was in excess demand. In fact, it was in small excess demand by year 2. So the orientation of the committee has evolved because what had been a trade-off between slack in the economy and inflation above target, has diminished quite substantially and actually goes away and goes the other way by the end of the forecast. So to get to your question, in the conditioning path used in November had 2 additional increases in interest rates over the forecast horizon, and one could judge from looking at that forecast that it wasn't quite striking the perfect balance for the committee, but the committee was taking a decision. The majority of the committee supported a rate increase in November, as you know, and that was the first of a potential process.